Good morning Adventure Kids and welcome back. Here we are again, another week, another video. I hope you have had an amazing week and that those of you who have gone back to school or back to nursery are loving it, and I hope you're loving seeing all your friends and your teachers, and yeah, I hope you're amazingly well. This week we are continuing our story about creation and we are learning about some characters in the Bible, the very first people to have ever been made, called Adam and Eve. So I'm going to hand over to Harriet now and she is going to read the story to us.
Today we're going to read all about Adam and Eve. God made people, man and woman. "Welcome," said God. "You are my friends and I want you to be safe and happy. Take care of the good world I have made for you. Never choose to know about the bad things. They will only make you sad." Everything was perfect. Then, one day, people wanted to find out about bad things as well as good things. The snake whispered what to do. They ate some fruit God had told them not to eat. Their world changed. They were no longer good friends with God. Instead, they felt all alone in an unkind world. They had to work very hard for everything they needed. Can things ever be put right again, they wondered. People have been wondering ever since.
For today's story, we learned about a snake, didn't we? In the story with Adam and Eve, there was a snake. So I thought we could make our very own snake. Now don't worry parents, we're not going to be catching any snakes. No, thank you. But I thought we could make one. So you may have seen this before. It is called a paper chain. We are going to make a paper chain snake. So obviously I've only got 3 here. It's not very long. We need some more. So what you will need is some paper. So you want some different colours. So I've got some orange, some red and some yellow. Some sellotape and some scissors. So the first thing you need to do is you need to cut your pieces of paper into strips. So I've already done it with some of my orange and some of my red. It's like this. I'm going to do it with some yellow now. So you're going to cut them into strips. I've done it this way, both ways, but you could do it lengthwise if you want. And just be really careful, get your grown-up to help you with this bit while using the scissors. Amazing, so once you have cut out all your strips, then what you're going to do, for your first one, you're going to stick it. So get your sellotape and stick it like that so it makes a circle. And then for the next one, we're going to thread it through. So it's like that. And then make a loop. And then you're going to get your sellotape. And stick it together. Ta-da! So I'm going to keep going and then I'll show you the next step. Amazing! So once you are happy with the length of your snake, what you can do is you can grab one last colour and make quite a tight loop, so it's tight around that, can you see? And then get your sellotape and stick it again. And then you are going to need, and then the last thing you are going to need is a pen. I always forget guys, you need a pen, I'm sorry. And you are going to draw a snake's face. They've got a little mouth but a long pointy tongue, haven't they? So there you go, there is my awful drawing of a snake's head. Hopefully you guys can do better, but there we have a snake. So maybe you could remind yourself of the story as you make this snake. Another thing you could do is you could grab some plain paper and you could get an apple, chop it in half with your grown-up's help, and then get some paint on it, and then you could do some apple stamping with that. Amazing, those activities were great. So now we are going to run through our 3 key points as always. So number 1 is that it makes God really sad when we make bad choices. So like Adam and Eve, they chose to eat that apple, didn't they? And that made God really sad because it was a bad choice that they made. Well, it makes God really sad when we make bad choices. So maybe when we get angry and we hit somebody, that makes God really sad because it's not a very kind choice, is it? Number 2 is that the devil is going to try and tempt us. So the snake in the story, that was like the devil who's trying to tempt us. He's trying to make us do bad things. But we have a choice that we can say, no, I'm going to choose to do what God says. I'm going to choose to be kind, to be loving, to be gracious today. I'm not going to choose to make that bad choice. I'm going to make a good one instead. Number 3, even though this story ends really badly, doesn't it? It's really sad that God and people are separated. We know the truth that later on, Jesus is sent by God to forgive us for everything that we've done, for all the bad things that we've done. So we can actually celebrate because we know that God has forgiven us for all the bad choices, all the bad things that we've already done, and all the bad things that we're going to do in the future, because it's so hard, isn't it? But God knows that. He says, don't worry, I love you anyway. Well, that is everything that we've got time for today, Adventure Kids. So I'm just going to end with a prayer. So maybe close your eyes, bow your heads, and say Amen at the end if you want to. Dear God, thank you that you created a beautiful world for us to live in as humans. Thank you that you give us choices, that we can make bad choices and we can make good choices. Help us to know to make the right choice and to know which one is a good choice. Thank you that you have forgiven us even when we make bad choices. Thank you that you love and you care for us. Amen. Amazing. That is everything then, Adventure Kids. I hope you have an amazing week. I would absolutely love to hear from you if you have just gone back to school or back to nursery. I would love to know all about it, how it's going. So maybe get your grown-up to email us at adventurekids@heart.church, and I would love to be in contact with you as I miss you all so. There's not enough so's in the world to tell you how much I miss you guys. Have an amazing week. Bye.